Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO edition. This is Gnarlrynae. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlrynae. Good girl. It has been a second since the last time we were here. It's been about 3 weeks now since the last time we were on Gnarlrynae. I do apologize for that. December's always tough. Always tough with the holidays here and trying to spend time with my family. And I have been spending a good deal of time with my wife and my son. Not the rest of them, of course, because of the epidemic going on and pandemic going on. And that is part of what's causing the troubles as well. Is that the hospital, we are just crazy busy right now. I'm working on average about 4 days a week. And, you know, we've talked before, 4 days for me. Each one of my days is between 13 and 14 hours because I do 12-hour shifts. You know, that's a standard nurse shift is 12 hours. And we do, by the time you get the paperwork and all the other stuff done, it's about 14 hours. And you do 4 of those a week. And then the first day off, you spend asleep, which is pretty much where yesterday went. And then today I'm going to be having Christmas with my wife and my son pretty much. So, you know, it's now the 27th now. And yeah,
Greetings.
So don't expect a lot of this kind of stuff, but I am going to do just as much as I can. We are going to travel. We are headed back to the Lone Lands today, in fact, because we're going to do Book 2, Chapter 13. In the Gauntlord's grasp of the epic line. We have leveled up so that we are level 30, and we are on level to do that now. So that is what we are going to be working on. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that's going on right now. And when I have had time to hop on, you know, I knew I wouldn't have time to actually edit anything. So I've had Gnarlo over there running the Winterfest stuff a few times, and the rest of the time I've been trucking, knocking out the Cruising Colorado event, and now working. I've got it finished up, and I'm busy finishing up the Christmas gift delivery event. I just think I'm 5 of the 15 deliveries that we have to do. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on. But, of course, as we've said before, SLOTRO is always my first love here. So we are going to continue along with that. Let's see. We need to go to Southbury, and then we will ride out. The place we're going to be going for is down the swamp across the road from the Red Swamp and Ostgurth. Is that the name of it? The fortress there, the Glane. Trying to think if that's the name of it, Ostgurth. We'll have to take a look here in just a second. Once this finishes loading in. Okay, let's go out here. We want to go to the Lone Lands. Harlog. And where's that? That is yes, Ostgurth. That's the Ostgurth, the main fortress hub here in the Lone Lands. Y'all know that Nomadan is working in this area, the Weather Hills and the Forsaken Inns. 2 of them could be running into each other, but we're going to be over here. We're going to go across to Harlog, and there's a area right there. We are killing is it Ivar the Bloodhand? We've got a Gauntlord we have to kill. Right in those little ruins you see there, I believe, is where we will find them. Now, let's see if he's got a trip to Ostgurth. Do you have a fast travel? You mean you don't have a Lone Lands? There we go. Ostgurth, swift travel. That's the one we want. So we are getting all this done quite quickly. But yeah, I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or I can't remember what. Happy Kwanzaa. Joyous Kwanzaa. Is that how you say it? A profitable solstice. A Festivus with plenty of grievances and feats of strength. I hope, or just thank God it's Friday, because it was on a Friday. If you don't celebrate any of the above, perhaps you have a thank God it's Friday that you were able to celebrate. So that would be cool too. I hope y'all had a good day. I was at work. It was a pretty decent night at work, I have to say. Nobody on our floor died, so that was good. We had a couple that were kind of hit or miss there, and really having to do a lot of work on them, trying to keep them breathing. But nobody died, so that's a good way to go with Christmas. You don't have to have the thing where people have to remember Christmas as the day that their loved one died. So that's always a good thing. So that's how that one went. So I'm very happy about that. Code deposit. Couldn't figure out what that was there for a second. Let's head on down here in the joyous, wonderful Lone Lands and see if we can get on down here in the Harlog. I believe that's how it's pronounced here, Harlog. I said it's not the red swamp, it's the swamp on the other side of the road that is full of these damn crows, and I think there are toads down here, and the lots and lots of the flying, like mayfly type of things, insects. And then apparently whites and spirits. Yes, I remember over in that far corner that we're heading. You got lots of whites and things over there. And now we know why, because of apparently Ivar the Blood-Handed. I'm gonna try as much as I can to hit most of these banks and stuff. Person that gave us the quest, book 2 chapter 13, I believe, is in that ruin right there, and he's sending us to the west, which we will go here. Let's circle around the back of Osthair, and before we get over there, let's take a look at the actual quest and read the bestowal and details and everything else, because it has been a while. Emmeline is the quest giver here. This land was corrupted by the war which raged here. Blood, much blood, spilled into the springs of the lady until all became red, and the springs became a swamp. The lady, whose name is not remembered, became the Red Maid, a creature lost and corrupt. Ivar the Bloodhand came not long ago and wakened her again, and claimed power over her. Now Ivar is a greater threat than ever he was. Thou must strike against him to restore the balance betwixt man and nature. Until the Red Man be redeemed or destroyed, until the Red Maid, my brethren and I are doomed to this wretched state. The west is where thou must travel to destroy the White Lord Brudhraw and his soldiers. They serve the Bloodhand and must be destroyed. Okay, Emmeline is the spirit. It's the spirit up there, the wraith up there, that is cursed of this swamp because of the coming of Ivar and the Red Maid. Emmeline told you about his failure to protect one of the river maidens and the curse it brought down upon him and his men. He agreed to help you if accomplish a task for him. The Whites and their White Lord may be found west of Osthur in Nindor. Emmeline told you that the Gaunt Lord Ivar the Bloodhand raised the Whites as his soldiers. You must destroy them and their lord, a White called Brudhraw. So we're not going against Ivar, we're going against one of his lieutenants. There's a Blood Lord called Ivar. And as I said, yeah, you see these bog wardens. Lots of various whites over here in this area. Which, let's go ahead and dismount. Let's go ahead and bring up Stinky. And let's see how far we can get around here into these ruins without having a whole lot of battles. Yeah, you see the evil area up there all aglow where we're headed. And you can't get there from here. You're going to have to go around through this part between all the bog wardens. There we go. Take them on there, Stinky. You can do it, buddy. see a good picture. It's like that. I keep thinking that there was... Thought I had that turned off. Alright, let's go ahead and hit that one. And down he goes. Nice. Good job, Stinky. Completed the Grim Fins. Okay. New deed, Explorer of the Lone Lands. Alright, let's take a look at these deeds. Oh, so much coming through. Deed completed. The Grim Fins, 2 of 3. The Grim Fins are in the southeast extent of the Lone Lands. Travelers have avoided this place for as long as any can remember, and for good reason. So we had to find Osthair, which we did. Osthair was a fortress of Arthedain set among the might of Rhudar's Garth Argowan in ancient days, now fallen into ruin and decay, home of the shades of the Oathbreakers sworn to defend, really, the Red Maid of Agamar, and they failed in it. Nindor, welcome to Nindor, was another fortification of Arthedain, overrun by the hillmen of Rudar in the wars with Angmar. Wights summoned by the Gaunt Lords of Morgoth now haunt the ruins. Alright, so very good. Oops, what did we miss out on? Alright, another deed bestowed. Explorer of the Lone Lands. Explore the Grimfins. Okay. Explore the ruins of forts and towers that once guarded the roads, the ancient ruin of Amonsul, or more commonly known as Weathertop, and the stronghold of corruption and evil, which is Garth or Garwin. So we got to explore Garth or Garwin, the defenses, and Weathertop. Alright, all places we will be traveling. Is there anything else? We got the Lotro points, we got that. We know we got new mail, we know we got a remote quest. Let's head on in here. See if we can get on. We got to defeat Brudhraw. That Brudhraw, can we go up that way? Rotted muck crawlers. Yeah, it looks like maybe that's the way that we can go to get up here. We got to take this guy on. I think you used to have to go all the way around the other way. It looks like maybe they've given us a shortcut now. Down he goes. Ah, got the little worm beast that comes out of those. Now, let's come on this way. Yeah, I think you used to have to wind your way back around there. I don't think you used to have such a direct route. Like I said, there should be a stair on the other side. Is Brudhraw up here? Yep, there's Brudhraw. Oh dear. Brudhraw the White Lord. Well, looks like we're already in a battle. Or is he taking on his soldier? You know what? Let's see if we can nail him to the spot. And then burn him down as quickly as we can. Oh, that's right. I think after you take him out, the guards show up. The guards, he loses his power over them. Is that how it works? Yep, defeated Brudhraw. Now the Arthedain guards are going out, and they are going to, like, wreak havoc. Yep, look at them down there. They're now going through and they're taking out all the various wights. And here's the way you used to have to come. Yep. Arthedain soldiers, that frees them from their servitude to him, and then they are going to take off and do their thing. It's that guy. That is a named Bog Warden, Morfuin. Ah. Wonder what quest you have to go to take him down. we're going to come on around this way. Let's see if we can get... Did not know, or did not remember that there is a named bog warden down in these parts. I'm not sure what quest he belongs to, and I hate wiping out named ones when I don't know why I'm killing the named ones. It's far better to have the actual quest. Especially when, why attack him when you're going to get attacked by this guy? Now, let's get out of the area effect there. And let's see if we can get on out of here. Looks like he's going to clear out of our way. Right. Now, back to the ruins. Let's go chat with Emmeline again. Surprised I was able to climb that one. Lost Hair, I believe that's the name of the place we're going to. As I said, there should be, I believe this was, he's, as I said, one of the Oathbreakers, one of the lost and cursed beings. I'm sure one of these other quest givers along here is one of the ones that gives you the one to hunt down that named one. There's Emmeline. Thou art returned from thy battle, and the White Lord is no more. Then I shall speak of the past and of what is to come. Ancient honor stood long ago. Then sundered it was. 3 nations arose, Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rudar. But Arnor's light was dimmed, and the hearts of men are so easily tempted to dark deeds. Rudar turned against us, the kingdom of Arthedain, for there our Dunedain brethren had been overthrown by an evil chieftain of the Hillmen in the service of Angmar. The warning had come much too late, for the maiden and for us. Let's see, Brudhraw's fall and a spear. Shimmering ring gives us some agility. Yeah, I'm thinking we can actually use that. Isn't agility? Always have to check. Agility increases, no, what is it? It's vitality is important, and will is very important. And that will take away from our vitality in will areas, so let's not do that. Let's see which one's going to give us the most money then. 264, 282. We'll go with the spear. Alright, so next up it is chapter 14, History of the Red Maid. The wars corrupted this land, drowning it in the blood of innocents. The lady drowned as well, choking on death and evil, while we did nothing to save her. Twice we failed our duty, and 7 times cursed we were by the one the elves called Irwain Benadar. We know him as Tom. When the lady became the Red Maid, she brought further ruin to her own home, to the land, and to the beasts. She was terrible, and we dared not face her. When there were no more living blood to spill, she slept, until Ivar awakened her once more. That is my sad tale. Now go, return to thy master, and speak to him of the secret past. Remember our fate, Lord Master, and do not fail in thy duty. So now we have to go back and talk to Radagast the Brown up there at Ostgurth. Return to thy master. I know not who it is, but there is no passage south, so thy master must lie northward. Okay. That's rather intelligent. Now, As I said, we're only in the Lone Lands on Gnarlrynae to get the epic quest stuff done. Oops, thought we were gonna break something there. We're only there to get the epic stuff done. You know, it will be Nomadan who comes and does all the various side quests and everything. So let's head back to Ostguroth. What that swan over there? I wonder what the story is behind that. What is it? A Harleg swan. Very pretty. Such a piece, such a thing of beauty in such a wretched land, wretched and cursed land. Muck crawlers. That's one of the things you gotta watch out for. The muck crawlers and the various flies. And the wraiths. It's just a nasty land. I can remember spending a lot of time down here in this area. Really did. Back in the Gnarlrynae days, and maybe even in the Gnarlo days. Then you get back up here to the more traditional Krebine and orcs and wargs. And you know you've left the swamp behind. Let's kind of sort of aim this way toward Ostguroth. Try to get past the things that are spawning in around us. I remember back in the day when it was Glennoran, and this area actually, you know, this area was one of the areas that people would travel and stuff. You know, sometimes you had quests to kill wargs and to kill the crows and get their wings and things like that. And oh my god, you know, there would be a dozen people out here, and y'all would be fighting over the spawns. You'd be fighting over the crows. As soon as one crow spawned, you'd be 6 people run and try to kill it. And the same thing with all these gold and barrow iron deposits and stuff. It was the same thing. It's like you and several other people would be competing, and you'd run up, and there was a loop you could follow and get the spawns, and you'd come to one and someone would be mining it, so you'd run on past that and try to grab the next one that spawned on the loop before anyone could come along and grab it. Different days back then, different days. 12 and 13 years ago. It's what I loved so much about EQ and EverQuest. It's like, you know, could go back to those days and just enjoy the you know, the areas of the newbie areas and the low level areas, the areas below like 30th level and below. If they were just packed like they were back in the day, that would be awesome. Says the man who doesn't have time to play what he actually does have to play. Let's talk to Radagast.
Much has happened.
Yes, it is a terrible fate for anyone, and this Ivar is a fearsome foe. I pray those youths are found safe and sound. Ah, but you do not know. 2 bold Eglon youths set out to save Ostguroth. They are ignorant of the dangers they face, and they must be turned from their quest. Pride and honor compel them, but only death awaits. Completed. Chapter 12. Book 2, Chapter 14, History of the Red Maid. So this is going to be, you got the Fellowship and you got a solo. Well, I wonder which one we're going to take. And I wonder what we're going to be doing next time.
Of the wild.
Chapter 15, Solo, the Red Pass. 2 young and headstrong youths of the Eglain, Elsa and Eriak, entered Agamar with a small company. They sought to find the power behind the threat to their people. But if the gaunt Lord Ivar has come to Agamar, I fear they face a power they cannot overcome. They need your help. The Red Swamp is divided into 2 regions. The southern marshes, Haragmar, you know. Elsa and Eriak entered Agamar, the northern marshes, through the Red Pass. It is a passage known only to the Eglain and myself. I will accompany you, for the shadow that has come to Agamar is too powerful for you to deal with alone. There is no telling what evil awaits us in the swamp. Return to me when you are prepared to leave. Chapter level 30, and we are. So next time, we will talk to Radagast the Brown here. And we will continue on to the solo version of the Red Pass. All right, Stinky, you go back and play in the areas from whence you came. Radagast, I'm sure you would enjoy some pipeweed and not in the absolutely silly Peter Jackson Hobbit version of enjoying it, but just enjoy a fine smoke. All right, folks, there you go. Next time, we will be traveling into Agamar, the Red Swamp, and looking for the pass that leads into Ivar the Bloodhand and the Red Maid, trying to find the two Aglain youths who've gone in, believing foolhardily, bravely, but foolhardily, that they would be able to rid this land of the curse that has fallen the Aglain. And we will see you then. I've got another few nights off. I finally got a stretch of nights. We got 4 more nights off. So I will be getting some more of these episodes up. Next up, we will have a Gnarlo and then a Nomadan, and then hopefully get another Gnarlrynae up. So there you go. Once again, I apologize for the delay and how long between these are coming up, but December's busy. I have time to, essentially, when I don't have a long stretch like this, time to either record one or time to edit and post one. I rarely have time to do both like today. So we will see you then. Once again, enjoy your time. Hope you're having a nice holiday. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.